Welcome back, everyone, to the quarterfinals of the 2023 QubicaAMF Bowling Promotion Tour Masters Series. It's Liz Johnson with the hot hand as she goes for her 5th win in a row and threatens to run this stepladder from the 7th seed. Kicking off the stepladder was Lindsay Boomershine of the U.S., defeating 2 Colombians, Clara Guerrero and Jaime Gonzalez. Then she fell to Liz, who then went on to defeat Manuel Otalora of Colombia, Gwendol Joliffe of France, and number 4 seed left-hander Matt McNeil of the U.S. And she now faces number 3 seed Jack Blyth of England. And there is Jack about to kick things off on the left lane. The winner here earns the right to face the number 2 seed Danielle McEwen of the U.S. in our semifinal, and then on to face the leader Dennis Grundheit of Germany, our tournament leader high qualifier. So here we are in the quarterfinal. It will be Jack Blyth kicking things off on the left lane, and Jack looking like he's got a fairly dull, fairly aggressively surfaced infinite physics. And let's see how this ball reacts on this gateway arch oil pattern, and looks pretty good. Turns up through the pocket, slaps the 10, and Jack, of course, with that beautiful arm swing, everything perfectly in line. Beautiful line position, great leverage, and gets rewarded with the slap 10 strike. Liz Johnson, of course, has been pounding the pocket to 50, to 60, to 40, to 20. She has just barely missed once or twice the pocket, I think, in these 4+ games. Let's see how she does here. And she's going to pipe this ball right up 10, if memory serves. And there it is, right up the 10 board, and comes up a little bit light, but gets the can opener. So there is the matching strike by Liz Johnson. Look at this, very straight. Both these bowlers playing pretty much identical lines. Jack maybe with a little bit more of an aggressive piece of equipment, so maybe he can play a little bit inside of Liz, and let's see how that works out for him. And once again, Liz Johnson awarded an 8-pin handicap through international competition in the rules. So you can see there she now leads by 8, even though both bowlers have struck in the first, and we will tally that 8 pins as we go through this match. And there's a little bit straighter into the pocket, in fact, maybe even a little bit left of her last shot, catches the oil, lays off, and leaves a ring 10 for Liz. She has notably carried many of those. She's so skilled at her release and knowing how the ball needs to go through the pins that she has been able to avoid a lot of those wraps that other bowlers have suffered from. So let's see how Jack responds. Can he double and take the early lead? Again, Liz with the 8-pin handicap. Shout out to Bruno Bidone and Marc Chavet, your French commentators for these matches. My name is Bruce Hall. I'm your international commentator. It's my privilege to be part of this Masters Series. And we'd like to thank QubicaAMF for their sponsorship of the series. They've signed on for 3 more years of sponsorship for the QubicaAMF Bowling Promotion Tour Masters Series. So thank you so much, QubicaAMF. And there's a shot right over 10. And again, there's a flat 10. We've seen lots of those. And so here is Jack going to go cross lane at the 10 pin. He says, he might have got that a hair fast, maybe a little bit amped up on TV. Sometimes it's easier to come and win from lower seeds than it is from the higher seed. And let's see how Jack does cross lane. I like his shirt there. That's an interesting caricature of Jack on the back of his shirt there. We see a lot more interesting and colorful shirts these days, it seems. And there's Jack cross lane, and no trouble at all with the 10 pin. We've seen excellent spare shooting in this Masters Series. There's another series about to start up. If you're interested, check out bowlingpromotion.com. They do film at the end of September, and so you could be part of a tour around France. Check out Bruno and what he's up to over at Bowling Promotion. And of course, Bruno, the organizer and sponsor of these matches. Jack Blyth, 4-time Team England player, 4-time national champion, 2 times national record holder in England, 18 perfect games, 3 800 series. And look at the straightforward nature of his game. There is not a movement wasted. It's a beautiful release. And that one he gets in a little bit. It's kind of like Liz. Liz got hers left and it didn't hook enough. He got that in the oil and it went a little long for a 2-pin. And so Liz will now enjoy a 9-pin lead heading into the third frame, presuming that Jack makes this 2-pin. We've seen team competition, we've seen women's competition, we've seen a men's stepladder, all kinds of different organized events here as part of the bowling promotion tour. And no trouble there on the 2-pin for Jack. And now Liz up on the left lane. She got a can opener this time. Actually, both her shots were a little bit light in the pocket. And again, we're on the 7th game of transition on this pattern. And let's see how things are changing. What happens is the heads start to dry up a little bit. You burn up energy, barely notice it. Then you don't have that energy at the back end of the lane to carry. There's another shot right over 10 and a beautiful kicked 10 by Liz there. And she got the right break point through that shot to comes up and carry the 10-pin. Let's see if she makes any adjustment on this left lane. Once again, there's risk on this left lane because we have seen shots catch the mid lane and go wildly through the beak. We have not seen that on the right lane. And sometimes you try to make a small adjustment, maybe to carry a 10-pin like Liz left last time, and you get yourself in trouble. Let's see what happens here. She made any move, and that's right over 11 or so. Oh, perfect in the pocket. Perfect flush strike for Liz Johnson, giving her the double, and now the 19-pin lead. And Jack Blyth in an early hole here, both from the handicap and by virtue of the fact that Liz has doubled. Jack actually missed the pocket last shot. Let's see what he does here. Again, Infinite Physics has a fairly aggressive weight block. It should give him enough back end to help out with the carry on this pattern. And another good looking roll. Perfect pocket shot there by Jack Blyth. And again, down by 19 right now, can cut it to 9 with a strike here. These bowlers just splitting the 10 board. And you saw that ball pick up in the mid lane and go right to the center flush of the pocket. Beautiful shot there by Jack. Jack, of course, with Roto Grip. We've seen Storm reps and Matt McNeil, I'm sure, in the background coaching. Matt is a rep on the PWBA tour for Storm. And let's see how he does here. Got through it. And now a ring 10 for Jack. Cannot find a way to double here. Got that one a little bit fast. I think he's trying to be firm at the bottom, and he might be pushing it just a touch through the break point, not letting the ball shape up enough, and paying the price. He has yet to double on this pattern. And Liz is now poised to take a substantial lead if she can throw 2 coming up here in her rounds. It's an interesting spare ball Jack has there. Lots of bright colors. And Jack crossed lane with the spare there, no trouble. Please stick around for an interview with Jack Blyth, win or lose, from Marc Chavet. Marc, of course, the voice of the Tour de France, and has a wonderful command of the English language. His accent sounds like he's from the Midwest. Perfect accent. And of course, his French is native tongue. Now can Liz triple up here, going for the 29-pin lead. And right over 10. Continue to execute. Gets the crumbling bucket. I think her feet might have been a board or 2 left. Watch this. Let's see where this lays down. She lays it down, right up 10. I'll tell you, maybe it was 11 to 10, but it got a little bit right. Didn't quite make the corner as hard as she wanted, but she gets the crumbling bucket and the triple for Liz. As we said, she's been carrying everything. She's gone flush. She's slapped a 10. She's crumbled a bucket. She's got a can opener. every different kind of strike, and they all count. See what Liz can do here once again, straight up and at it. And there's a rolling pin trying to take out the 10 pin, but that ball deflected badly at the pocket, and there's a 7-10 in the pocket. Very interesting development here. And watch this skid through it. Just look at the deflection of the ball, and just got no love there. As soon as we're talking about how great her carry is, there's the announcer's curse. We come up for a 7-10 in the pocket for Liz, and that is going to be 9 out. Best you can do. So that will knock her down quite a bit. And now if Jack can find a way to double here, he can get within 6. So his lead just, his deficit just went down to 16 pins. And here's Jack on the right lane, right over 12. Can he get it up there? Yes, sir. Give him the strike. A good shot there. And yes, he needed it. One more. Actually, it's 134 for Liz now. So another strike here gets Jack to 129 in the 6th and within 5 pins of Liz. So let's see how Jack does on this left lane. Can he finally challenge Liz? Once again, Liz Johnson going for 5 wins in a row, trying to run this stepladder from the 7th seed. And currently still with the lead in this match, despite the 7-10. And pretty hard shot once again. Jack just gets a little bit amped up, gets firm with that shot, threw it right through the break point, and again can't double. And there's a bucket on the left lane, so looks like Liz might survive that 7-10, as Jack could not capitalize and get within a mark. So it will still be a 15-pin lead for Liz as she goes into her 7th frame. And can be trouble with the bucket, but no trouble there. Good cover. And again, Jack not really making any mistakes, but unable to double, so he's cruising at a 199 pace. Liz with her handicap at a 214 pace, so a 15-pin advantage for Liz. 4 frames to go. Now, what move will she make based on that 7-10? Because clearly that's early hook and loss of power on the back end. Definitely part of the transition problem. Once again, right up 10. Well, I'll tell you what. Here's what you do. Get it to turn right up flush through the pocket. You don't have to worry about it. It was a perfect break point. Perfect path through the pins. And 10 back for Liz Johnson. Great shot. Now, can she once again get it up to 25 here? Basically erasing the effects of that 7-10. Taking her time. What's she going to do? Is it a move? Do you slow it down? Do you what move do you make after a 7-10? I think she got it further right in the oil. Oh, and the ball deflects off the pins, and for a minute leaves a 5-pin, but then gets the mixer, gets the messenger, if you will, to come back and carry the 5. So she's gives it a little bit of the body English, a little bit of the twist move there, and gets the carry for the key double for Liz. I don't think she was very happy with the way that ball went through the pins. She's shaking her head, but give her the strike and the 25-pin lead. And Jack Blyth running out of time. Now there's a good shot. No, once again won't make the corner. Jack just can't get that ball to slow down in the mid lane and make the corner through the pins. I think he's just a little bit amped up. And that's just true. They say stay firm, stay aggressive, and he's doing it, but unfortunately he's getting it out to where the ball doesn't have a chance to slow down and make its move properly through the pocket. So, and that's going to give Liz 3 more pins of count to work with. Get us up to a 28-pin lead. Once again, Jack impeccable with his spares. But spares will not do it. Jack, maximum score now, 216. And Liz already at a 224 pace. So Jack would have to strike out, and Liz would have to open here somewhere along the line for Jack to have a chance in this match. Ooh, looks like he's switching. That looks like an idle he's moving to. A little bit less aggressive surface. Perhaps he's going to move right. Try to catch a little bit more of this dry and let the ball turn up a little bit. Oh, yeah, now that one went through it too. So he's got 2 balls that are going through the break point. Yep. And Jack, I think, is going to be Liz's 5th victim here, unless something very strange happens in the 9th and 10th to Liz. But again, Jack kind of sinking his shoulders, just can't figure out a way to get the ball to turn up through the pocket the right way, just won't do it. Leaves another bucket combination. And this one, he looks like he was about to chop it, but he comes across and makes it now 204 maximum now for Jack Blyth, and it looks as if Liz is going to cruise to her 5th victory and move on to face Danielle McEwen in our semi-final. Danielle, of course, bowling very well in the qualifying, but Dennis Grunheid dominating everyone, including the women and the men in the qualifying. That will be a very exciting match. Now Liz comes up high and rolls the 4. Can we trip it? No. But that's okay. We just need the mark. And just this mark will actually do it. And no trouble on the 4-pin. That will do it. Liz now on the 2 O's in the 9th. She'll be at least in the 2 teens or the 220s. It will be Liz Johnson moving on to face Danielle McEwen in our semifinal. You can find that right here in our YouTube channel. Please hit subscribe and like if you haven't already. We have over 27,000 subscribers in this channel. Very exciting to bring you this 2023 QubicaAMF Bowling Promotion Tour Masters Series action. Once again, my name is Bruce Hall. I'm your international commentator for these matches. There's one way high and crosses over for Liz. That will be an interesting adjustment she might have to make for her next match against Danielle. And we'll see how she ends up here. And as she got that a little bit short at the line, you see it pick up in that midline. There's that issue we've seen in the mid lane on that lane. And things do tend to hook early if you're not careful there, and it could be trouble in the wrong spot and with the wrong break at the pins. But Liz, no trouble with the conversion. She'll be in the 220s. And there's that Wolverine Moss we've seen before, a weaker cover, and she's tried that before, tried it with a couple of shots, never liked it, always went back to the phase 2. Now let's see if it's got any legs here. And again, skids down through the break point, but gives her the mixer strike. And congratulations to Liz Johnson. She will advance with 221, 213 scratch. 221 for Liz Johnson will advance to face Danielle McEwen in our semifinal, which you can find, as we said, on the same YouTube channel. And here's Jack back to the infinite physics. Let's see if he can get to that one's a little slower now. Oh, gets the week 10 kick from the back. Wow, that's a break he could have used earlier on this lane. He left at week 10. Now what happens from the back? A pin jumps off the back, the kickback, and comes out and trips out the 10. I don't think I've seen that but once or twice ever. And very interesting time. Too bad it's not useful in his match here. And Jack can strike out for 204 here. Once again, stay tuned for the interview. Marc Chavet with Jack Blyth when we're done. And there is the double that will put Jack in the 2-0s. And it's not the last we'll see of Jack Blyth, I assure you. Be very interesting to see this McEwen-Johnson match coming up. And we'll see how Danielle attacks the lane. If history serves, she'll be a little bit inside of Liz. And we'll see how that happens. Now look at this turn up. Now that one he threw through the break once again. 201 for Jack Blyth. 221 for Liz Johnson. Congratulations, Liz. I think we'll see that Liz had quite a few more strikes here, and Jack, even with the 5 strikes that he threw, 2 came back in the 10th. And I think Jack just got a little bit amped up, threw a couple through the break point, still has that beautiful game to lean back on. And we will see more of Jack Blyth, no doubt about that. And you can see Jack Blyth throwing 5 strikes, 2 in the 10th, 6 spares, no opens for Jack. Liz with that 1-7-10, that 1 open, and 7 strikes, of course, 221. Stay tuned for the interview with Marc Chavet and Jack Blyth.
On a été chercher pour vous, mesdames et messieurs, Jack Blyth, le Britannique qui vient de se faire éliminer par Liz Johnson, la meilleure joueuse de tous les temps. Jack, a quick reaction after this defeat. We were talking a little bit off camera here. You're saying, oh my Lord, Liz is just so good, isn't she?
She is incredible, and to be able to bowl a match against her on TV is something that I will treasure and watch for a long, long time. And it was a great match. My ball reaction was a bit off, and unfortunately that's why I left quite a lot of buckets and just slightly hitting the head pin. But overall, it was awesome, and I wouldn't change anything about it.
Voilà, Jack nous dit effectivement, quand on a la chance, le privilège d'affronter Liz Johnson sur une piste de bowling, c'est un moment vraiment privilégié, un moment qu'il va chérir toute sa vie, il va garder ses images, il regardera le match à l'avenir. C'est vrai que sa réaction de boule était quelque chose qui le surprenait un petit peu, il n'a pas réussi à trouver finalement la solution à ce problème, mais en tout cas un grand souvenir. Jack, walking away, we're about to pull the curtain down on this French event, this mini Tour de France of sorts. In the bowling world, what are you going to walk away with from this experience, a couple of days here on French soil?
I mean, I did the tour last year, and it was just incredible to meet new people, and we've been blessed to have some of those people from last year come as well, and also to meet some new faces as well. The tour's just so special, and I'm so glad that I came and did it last year, because I'll definitely be coming and doing it every year if I possibly can, and I'm looking forward to next year already. So got a couple more matches to go, and then we can go and enjoy watching the matches when we get home. Thank you.
Voilà, Jack nous dit effectivement, il avait déjà pris beaucoup de plaisir l'an passé sur le tour. Là aussi, c'était la même expérience, version 2, si on peut dire, avec d'autres rencontres, de nouvelles amitiés qui ont été créées et de beaux matchs qui se sont déroulés. Il a hâte de regarder évidemment ces matchs, la fin de ces matchs ici du côté du bowling à Fontaine-le-Comte, mais aussi les images lorsqu'elles seront proposées à la diffusion. Thank you so much, Jack. Look forward to seeing more of you in the very near future. Thank you.